Everybody, it's your Crazy Fango Shime. We hope you guys are having an amazing day, and we are here with the end of year wrap up video, our little talk time. So yeah, we're here to talk about the year of 2024. What a year it has been. There's so much that has gone on, but we are here to discuss it and break it down on our time here on Crazy Fango Review for 2024. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it and discuss this year. So, to start off the video, 2024 I think didn't really start very well, I think, for us as Crazy Fango Reviews. Mainly because I was heavily burnt out, and I just wasn't in love with the things that I usually was, like, you know, even, like, my artistry stuff, like, if you see it on Instagram, I do a lot of art stuff. Wasn't into it, wasn't into writing. Oh, actually, writing was the only thing I was into, but YouTube, no. It was like, no, I'm not into it as much. So it was really hard to, like, get off and start doing that again. And I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like I just wasn't finding my right audience, or, like, you know, I just wasn't finding my people, and it just felt really hard because it was like, oh my god, like, I feel like I'm just stuck, and I'm not moving anywhere, and it just was so hard. You know, like, when, I think with other content creators, they might relate to this, but, like, when you create something, you put it out there, and you hope it'll do well, and, you know, I try to lower my expectations, especially, like, been on YouTube for so long. I did my first channel, and then I moved to Crazy Fango Reviews. You'd think I'd learn, but, you know, sometimes I think, especially in that mindset I think that I was in, it was a very negative place, so it was like, oh my god, like, it's so disheartening to see that, you know, this video isn't getting enough views, or, you know, nobody new is subscribing and stuff. So it was just, you know, it just felt like nothing was moving in the direction that I wanted it to go, and it's just like, oh, you know. So it felt very disheartening, and I've said this before, like, I was on the verge of, like, just getting rid of my channel, which, thinking about it now, is so sad, because it's honestly such a milestone thing for me. I don't go into it often, but I think this year has been a year of reflection, especially through writing my book. I'm not going to go into too much detail about my book, because there's spoilers and stuff. Like, hopefully I'll publish it one day. Not, like, the book was a reflection of things that have happened in my life, and then thinking about YouTube also was such a milestone, because, like, especially with things that I've gone through and, like, you know, my depression and stuff like that, just seeing what I did and how it grew and how people, like, got involved in the community that I was building, it was a lot. And, like, I feel sad that I wanted to delete all that at the beginning of the year, but, like, seeing how it grew and how it's grown over the 6 years, I think, now that we've done this, is just insane. It's insane. Now, this year was, I think, a whirlwind of decisions and things that I did that I didn't think I was able to do, or, like, would be able to do. So yeah, like, I mean, it was all over the place. So starting off, I think, like, in terms of, like, coming back to Crazy Fango Reviews, I think it was very much like, after quitting my job, obviously I discussed this on the channel a little bit in my, not mid-year thing, but it was actually my anniversary for my channel, and I confessed that I was quitting my job. So, not to go into too deep about it, but I was not having a great time at work. I loved the job of being a complaints officer, but it was a very toxic environment. I didn't enjoy it when it got to that sort of, like, environment. It just was like, ugh, and wasn't very beneficial for me. So I decided to move on, and it was a big decision, because I am very much a people pleaser, so when people tell me to do something, I will do it. And I know that a lot of people think that I probably made a mistake doing it, but I don't know, I personally think that I made a decision that was really good for me, but I think a lot of people don't think that, especially some of my family members. But I quit my job with a lot of protesting from people, and I put in my resignation. I remember a lot of sideways glances from certain people, and just like, oh god, with no plan too, in terms of, like, finding a job, in terms of stuff like that. So it was a lot, but it was a necessary thing to do, I think. I don't think a lot of people understood, like, what I was going through at my job, just how toxic it was, and just how burnt out I was. I was, like, absolutely exhausted, and it wasn't, like, the usual, like, burnout of, like, oh, I have to go to work, like, you know, obviously we have those sort of things when we have a full-time job, 9-to-5 job, or for me it was like 8 to 4 job. But I felt sick every time I wanted to go to work. I felt so anxious, sick, and just nervous to go into work, which is not something that you should feel like, especially like when you're in a full-time job doing that sort of work. And again, I loved the work. I loved the job. It was just the amount of work we were getting and the lack of support that I had. I was just like, you know what? I can't be bothered trying to fight for myself. I'm just gonna leave. Like, end of story. Like, that's it. And I left, and yeah, that I felt like once I did it, I felt like a little bit panicked. I sort of felt like a fish out of water, being like, oh my god, I did that. But I think it also was really positive for me because I really enjoyed being able to stop doing that job. And then also I think it just realized how tense I was and how anxious I was. And, you know, I went back to therapy and started working on that sort of stuff. And it was really good, I think. And I took a little bit of a break for myself, especially from not only YouTube, but I think just a lot of other stuff. And just sort of quieted my mind and just worked on it. And then I came back a lot stronger during the year in terms of what I wanted to do. So I'm really proud of how that worked out and what I was able to accomplish after taking that time to myself. Now I need to thank 2 people in particular for this. I hope that they watch this, but maybe they're very busy when this video comes out. First of all is Tommy. You guys have, if you guys have watched like videos on my channel, you would know he reacted to House of the Dragon with me and Arcane with me. Now House of the Dragon, I kept putting off. I wasn't going to watch it, and I wasn't going to react to it because I was so burnt out. I was so exhausted. I was like, I wasn't enjoying YouTube anymore. So I was like, the last thing I want to do is react to it. And Tommy, my lovable Tommy, he's a special friend, encouraged me, and he was like, you know what? I will do it with you. I will do a faceless cam reaction with you, and we can react to it together. And that really persuaded me to come back, especially having a friend with me. It was really nice, and it was very different because I've never done that before, like a reaction video with somebody else, reacting to it and enjoying it together. So that was so nice, and just having that dynamic to bounce off of was really good because sometimes we didn't agree on things that we liked and he didn't like or I didn't like, and it was really good to sort of have that conversation. So yeah, I really love Tommy for really pushing me into that, because I remember telling him about my channel, because background story, me and Tommy met at work and then he found out about my YouTube channel, and he left before I left, and I think noticed that I was burnt out and stuff, and you know, I wasn't very passionate about anything anymore because of the whole burnt out situation and leaving work. So you know, I was recovering basically, and he was so kind and so loving to me, and I will never forget that and will be so appreciative to him. So Tommy, thank you. Next is, he's gonna hate me, but lovable but annoying big brother Hezron, Anita, Big Hez. He was the one who pushed me to go back to streaming. Now streaming, I was struggling a lot during the beginning of this year because, again, burnt out. I wasn't sure like what to do, and I felt like I was just getting nowhere in terms of streaming. And he also came in sort of at the same time as Tommy, but separately, which was really scary. Like, not scary, but just strange. It happened all at the same time. With him, it was a little bit earlier, though, because I think we started doing it in... Did we start doing it in Feb? I think February or whatever it was. When I was deciding to quit, and he was, like, also, like, into video games, and we had always discussed about Baldur's Gate, and he was like, you know what? To get back into streaming, why don't we do a Baldur's Gate game? And we do it together. And oh my god, it was so filled with, like, chaos, stress, anger towards each other, and also just like so many technical difficulties, mainly because of the game. But oh my god, the patience of people who watched it. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions, and I love him for his support ever since then as well, because like every time like I have an idea, he's like, yes, do it. So like, example, like the Pummel Party videos, and even like other things that I've done on my channel, like he's always been like, yes, go for it, do it. And it's just so nice to have people in your corner who believe in you. I'm trying not to get emotional because I'm just reflecting on the year, but like, yeah, it just feels like last year I didn't have that, which was really hard, I think. And just like, especially even just being in this thing of YouTube, not a lot of people especially in my corner, understand it in terms of like, you know, certain people. So when I tell them about it, they're like, oh yeah, but there's always a but, and it's just, you know, it's always like, can you just not be like, just be happy that I'm doing something or whatever. But you know, having Tommy and Hezron in my corner and pushing me constantly and just saying like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, it's just something I've never had before, which is really nice. So in terms of like my passion, so it's like I owe them a lot, so thank you guys so much. I think one thing I regret for this year for the channel is that I didn't get on the YouTube game early, like right after finishing work, which is fair enough. I was like trying not to do anything, but like recovering from burnout because I just felt so exhausted, so I was sleeping a lot, trying to get back into doing exercise and stuff like that, and therapy, all that jazz. But then I think it got better, and I'm really proud of the process of getting back into the channel, streaming slowly, getting into the groove. Obviously Hez helping me out, which I really appreciated with the streaming and setting it up. And then starting to do my actual reactions again. So, you know, doing House of the Dragon and then Arcane and then the like trailers for Ghost and all this stuff, it slowly started to go in. And I think one thing that I gave sort of myself was like not to pressure myself to immediately jump on something, because I always feel like stressed when I jump on something. In terms of trailers, not like TV shows and stuff. TV shows, I always want to do it like on the dot and then get it out. But with things like trailers and stuff like that, I sort of was gentle. And I was like, you know, just find your groove, do what you enjoy most, and then get back into doing the reactions for trailers and stuff. Because I did get a lot of people messaging me and saying like, oh, why didn't you react to this, like these trailers? And I was like, I didn't really want to talk about it, even though I probably should, but like, I don't know, I just wanted to ease myself back into it and get into things that I enjoyed personally, which was streaming and also even doing the playthroughs. Like, I did my first massive playthrough on PC, which was Dragon Age, and I've done another one, which will be the first one for 2025, which is Abju. And it was nice, like, getting into the groove of it, learning things that I've never done before, because, like, I've never done I have done a playthrough before, but it was so painful back when I did it on my laptop on a PC. Oh, it's a breeze. So it was really nice to get into that. And then I have to say, post-June especially, like, we freaking flew off. Especially, I want to thank, massive thank you to the critters who watched the Vox Machina stuff and gave me, like, nearly 200 subscribers from that. Like, you guys are insane. Like, what? It's so crazy. Thank you guys so much. Like, obviously Critical Role is such a massive thing now. And to have you guys in my community is so special. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for the support, the love that you guys gave on those videos, and even, like, post that. I really appreciate it. And then, obviously, we've had the streams. Now, thank you guys so much for the people who joined on the streams and would stick around, ask questions, you know, again, like, those aren't taken for granted at all. Streaming has been so much fun, getting to know people, working with Hez on streaming, and even encouraging him, and it's so nice seeing him grow on his channel and find his audience is so special. And then us meeting Alapuku, you guys should go and see his stuff, I'll put it down below, but, like, meeting him as well, I've entered another community that's so positive. He's also just so encouraging as a content creator, so it's so nice to meet other content creators, and yeah, he's opened a door to meeting so many new people as well, so thank you for that. And just, yeah, it's so nice to see that sort of encouragement going around for small content creators. And just, yeah, the fact that this channel has gotten to, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure now it's 955 subscribers is insane. I cannot believe it. I never thought that we would ever get here. And we are so close to 1,000 subs. But even just taking the time to think that there's 955 people who are subscribed to my channel and watch my content is insane. And I always think what I want to see on YouTube is what I want to create. So people enjoying the things that I make is insane. Like, from Tiny Glade to Pummel Party to like reactions of Arcane, and then, you know, reactions of House of the Dragon or Vox. It's insane. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, I still get chills and, like, I have to pinch myself. It's just so nice to have a community that likes my content. So, again, I try not to get emotional, but just thank you guys so much. It just means the world. Now, goals. I've never done this for the channel, but I thought it would be nice to do some goals for the channel, especially because we're going into a new year, and I want to work hard on this channel and, you know, grow and, like, do more things on it. So, goals is to hopefully get to 1,000 subscribers next year. That would be a dream. Stream more, and try new games. Obviously, we do Kingdom Hearts and Ghost of Tsushima so many times, but it's time to move and try some new games. I think we'll try dip our feet into a little bit of horror, maybe. And I'm trying to have a look at my games now. And yeah, just there's a load of different games that I have and that people have recommended me to try. So I definitely will give them a go and try and stream them and do more playthroughs. So we'll definitely see how that goes. And then the big one is that I would like to try and start reacting to movies. If people don't know, like, there are people who do react to movies on YouTube. Like, obviously they cut down reactions and stuff like that. So I would very much like to do that. Especially, like, I've been thinking about trying to do Gladiator, because I haven't... People are going to kill me for this. I have never watched Gladiator, like the first one. And then obviously there's Gladiator 2 that has Pedro Pascal. And I would like to see that because everyone's talking about it. People have said it's not the greatest movie, but I would still like to watch it because I again, have no idea what it's about. So maybe that's something that we watch when I come back to the channel in the new year. And that would be so good too. So yeah, that's like a few goals that I have in mind. Just a few. Probably we'll try and build more as the year goes out, but those were the first 3 that I thought would be really cool. Not immediately to get, but, like, you know, work our way through and try and work on that through the year. I don't want to rattle on too long because I know that I can really yap. People know that. If you watch me on stream, I can yap about anything really. But I just want to say again, massive thank you to everyone who has supported me this year. From, again, my friends, my group of friends who have encouraged me to make the craziest videos. And, you know, I think just to be my honest self in my videos and to do things that I love, which I'm so happy about, and to do it at my own pace. I think I'm starting to be a little bit more, like, gentler to myself as a content creator. I've always been so hard on myself because I want to do the best that I can. And also I'm just very much like perfectionist, which it's not great to do that when you're in the content creation business, because obviously then you're just spiraling out of control. Yeah, I'm going to try and not do that anymore. But again, I keep saying it because I don't know what else to say. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much. My one hope for 2025 is to continue to be gentle with myself and my growth, and to find my feet. Perhaps find, like, a part-time job to support me while I do this and work on my book, and get a few other goals done, which are personal to me. I won't go into too much detail, but, you know, get those done hopefully. And, yeah, try and keep pushing forward and see what this road of life has in store for us. Now, I don't want to get too negative, but I know that a lot of people are scared going into 2025, whether it's things to do with, you know, the bigger world or it's things to do with themselves. I would like to say, please be gentle with yourselves. And this is a prayer for the future, hopefully, that I hope that we are all blessed and that you guys have good health for the new year and for beyond. Remain safe. Take care of yourselves. And again, just be kind to one another. I think at this time in the world, we need more kindness than anything else, I think. And, you know, just be kind to your neighbors, be kind to your community, be kind to your family. Because, again, you never know what's coming around the corner. Life is so unpredictable. And, yeah. I guess that's my prayer for 2025, hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to stop yapping because we've been going for a while. And I just don't want to, you know, keep this video going too long. So Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything you've done for me in 2024. Let's go into 2025 strong. Take care of yourselves. Much love. This is your crazy fangirl signing off for the last time in 2024. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Crazy fangirl out.